everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Erwin Ramiro, nonconformist watch lover. In today's video, I want to discuss about ladies' watch, especially the ladies who has a under 6-inch wrist, also who is looking something really feminine watch. Currently in the trend is most of watches are unisex, as we all know. Before 20 years start this trend that unisex watch and mostly for lady watches are like a big dial as well. These are all my subjective opinions. I don't agree with this point, especially whenever I see some of my friends or around me who has a under 6-inch wrist. They're really struggling to find really elegant looking, also feminine watch. It's really hard to find. Is that the really demand is this case, or I really don't know. But however, I'm thinking that it might be the marketing strategy. I was always questioning that why the watch companies are want to represent all the big dial watches, or like a used to be before is way different, right? For example, currently for me is the best watch dial is 34 between 42 maximum, even though 42 is bigger. So I prefer usually 40mm case dial. However, I'm seeing the ladies are wearing even 40-42 and it's really look not fashionable. Or if the ladies are watching this, I am asking them, are they really want this? Because it's really look, from my side, it doesn't look fashionable, trendy, or whatever you say. Like, even though as a gentleman my side, I don't like really chunky watches. It's like it's a personal choice. Of course, I respect whoever like it. How can I say? There's a lot of reasons it become like that. I want to show some watches I have in my collection. Some of them ladies watches, by the way. I will explain some details about them, and it's not going to be very comparison. However, I want to share with the ladies and gentlemen too, because as a gentleman we have the loved ones, we have the family members, we have the good friends, you might have the girlfriend, fiance, your wife, doesn't matter, we all need these aspects too. So these informations are for all of us. By the way, I'm gonna give a one deep note. You might be thinking why I'm gonna buy a watch as a gift. So it has a big meaning actually. What I understand is to giving someone to watch as a gift, it's mean the time is precious, and I want to, every time you look at that watch, I want to be remembered how precious the time with your loved one. So it's a very meaningful gift option. First wristwatch is at the mid of 18th century, maybe much before than that. It was a ladies watch, and especially the queens and like kind of high class ladies were wearing this wristwatch as a kind of jewelry, like, because these are all craftsmanship and nicely handmade, and that was very valuable, and it was really little bit luxury for people. So wristwatch is actually wearing by the ladies much more before than the gentlemen's. So the gentleman was started to wearing at the First World War, and little bit before, of course, it started as a pocket watch with some sort of material was around the pocket watch, and the gentleman was wearing that pocket watch as a wristwatch. In that time, when ladies were wearing wristwatch, the gentlemen all have the pocket watches. That's a little bit, I can say that is ironic situation. It's actually the wristwatch are should be like my personal opinion. The ladies are more considered as a horologically and historically, because the beginning is start with them. So, but it's okay, the trends are changing. One thing too, I can say that I do believe this trend will be coming soon. Like my observation and my research, ladies are get into this hobby or fashion, whatever you call it. Let's say this passion is coming very fast, much faster than the gentlemen in current markets. I want to see the ladies with the taste and at least like to like before. You can call me old-fashioned or whatever you can say. Just this is my personal opinion as well. However, I want to see the ladies' appreciation with especially the timepieces. I will look 3 watches. I will share with you. I want to give some idea what I have, and it will be hopefully some guidelines for both ladies and gentlemen as well. That's what I said. Like for ladies, if they are looking something really elegant and what they should be considered. For gentlemen, for your loved ones. Let's start on. First watch, vintage watch in my collection, Seiko Silver Angel. This watch is roughly 1970s. As you can see, the very nice, beautiful dial. It has a modern look. It's a 50 years old watch. Still working very well in the condition. Hand winding, by the way. I'm not gonna go that much into the technical, but that's where it's come from. How we admire the Seiko. The reason is 50 years old watch, still working, good condition. As you can see, even though leather strap is original, made by Seiko as well. This one is I catch from my sources. I have my watch guy. I catch whatever I see, I really fall in love. And I said, okay, I will get my collection and I can give the as a gift. Even though like I don't give, I can keep it. It's not about the I am wearing or not, but the thing is the feeling. Manual winding, that's small. By the way, that's just a 24 by 24 square. That's a very small watch, very simple design, and it's impossible to fall in love. And this is lifetime. Like as long as you did the service and everything, this watch will be. It's going to be generation by generation. That's the what we fall in love about the watches. And this one is the one example of the vintage watch that's easy to find. For me, the very valuable, by the way. You cannot, this kind of watches I don't count by money because that's unique. A few in the world probably, or maximum 10-20 pieces, and you cannot see on sale and anywhere. But like this kind of mint condition for ladies and gentlemen, you can get by yourself for special days like events or dinner. That's why I'm saying it can be passed through the generations. Still, it's a good condition, beautiful looking, and that's a nice timepieces. Let's say this is a 50 years old watch, but people are wearing this, and the ladies were hand winding this, and they were wearing. It wasn't hard to look at the watch, but that's how can I say? Some people are complaining that oh, the so small dial, so I cannot see the time. As a gentleman, I can hand wind it. It's not that struggling point. It's not hard to see or recognize the time. That's why I'm saying it's about the feeling watch. And the second watch I want to mention, this is Skagen Anita rose gold plated. This is a 34mm watch. Actually, the design wise, that's a beautiful watch. This is a fashion watch. This watch is really look nice. Okay, I agree with this, but that's not a lifelong watch. Nobody wear this watch, by the way. I will show you the bracelet, what it became. So it's just stay like in the box. It become like already worse than the used watch. That's about the fashion watch. It's not worth for your valuable penny. That's why I'm saying it's nice for short amount of time, looks good, but there is no value, worth nothing at all. That's why the watch community who understand and love the watches, or who who is as a hobby of the watch, they don't, that's why they ignore or they don't respect that fashion brand. So I don't want to count all of them individually. You guys already know, I'm assuming, but if you ask me, I can give a few, like a Fossil, Kagan, and like a Michael Kors, especially Daniel Wellington, of course. There is no heritage with these watch brands. In this case, if you want something look nice and quartz, I do recommend go with the Timex, of course it's not very fashionable, but go with the Casio. Like, these are really watch brands, and all the watch lovers respect, and like that they are real watch brands. One more watch I want to show, and I want to talk about a little bit, of course. Seiko 5 ladies version. Number is SAMC07. This is the most popular Seiko 5 ladies watch. It's kind of like a bestseller in this automatic version, especially entry level. It's still in the production, pretty well, elegant looking, simple everyday watch. It has a lot of features. It's around like a 230-50 Canadian dollar, depends on the time. Case diameter is 24 millimeters, same as the first watch I mentioned. It's automatic watch, you don't have to hand wind, 24 hours power reserve. That's a very nice looking watch, simple. And that watch, by the way, it was from the shelf and never used it, still Link didn't remove. It's like in original everything, and basically return or the shelf item. I catch right away I got it because it's a nice gift option for the gentlemen to give the loved ones. Also, ladies is the best choice in this price range. Instead of giving a fashion brands more than this or a little bit less, let's say, this watch has the soul, kind of like as a heritage. Horologically, it's an amazing brand. The durability, serviceable, next generation can keep up. It's a workhorse movement, and basically what makes the Seiko is this watches. Seiko 5 is like legendary watch category. It's not that expensive. It's a nice entry level watch. It has a lume on it, has a dome crystal too, hard legs mineral crystal. It's not that easy to stretch. Still need to take care of well. Basically, whatever you are looking, everything has this watch. When I compare with the thickness, this 3 watch, of course, Kagan was 8 millimeter. And this watch is 10 millimeter, and the first Seiko Silver Angel, what I mentioned, is a little bit thicker than the Skagen 8.4 millimeter. Skagen is a 50 millimeter water resistant, and the other two is 30 millimeter. Just be considerate about when you are taking a shower. The first one is like, if you get something like this as a vintage, I don't recommend the vintage watch, just like a special occasions you can go through. But the Seiko 5, there is no issue with it. And last of all, I want to ask, I hope you enjoyed the video. I try to explain as much as I can, some subjective and some personal opinion, of course. This video a little bit, I want to make a discussion, as I know that nobody wants to discuss or talk about the ladies watch in the YouTube channel or in the general website. Honestly, I couldn't find that much information. As a non-conformist, I want to take this thing as much as I can, because what I'm seeing is there is not too many information about that concept. So I want to bring in the social media as well. It's by the way, what I understand is I can bring here brand new too as well, but the main goal is I'm not trying to be marketing any of them. My main goal is try to give information and share the thoughts, because whatever any watch lover or watch snob, whatever you call them, whatever they say, most of them is like me, it's subjective of course, but drop in the ocean. I'm curious about what the ladies think, because this is the very silent part. It will be so much help me. If you like this video, let me know. I will be continue. I have a lot of, especially the vintage, and it's coming some of the still the Seiko 5 different dial versions too. My main goal is try to be open this discussion. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for today. Thank you for precious time. See you next video. Bye bye.